By now, you've probably heard about the recent Instagram updates that will create a more impactful impact on your content's reach. And so instead of me just trying to re-articulate the updates, I thought I would turn to one of many posts that I've seen on Instagram. This one comes from a creator called Kent Cultivate. Some of you probably heard about him, but he goes through this in a 5 update video. In his words, the top 5 Instagram updates that you're sleeping on. So I'm going to share my screen and we are going to run through the 5 updates that some of you may not even know about because your algorithm is so lost in the shuffle of nonsense and doom scrolling. And you want to use social media to improve your presence, to improve your business, to create more opportunities, but you still find yourself caught in the vortex of just crap, which I'm not here to criticize you for that. But if you truly want to improve your social media presence, you should probably pay attention to this stuff. And let me also applaud you and say, if you're listening to me right now, clearly you're already a potential step ahead of everybody else because you are attempting to grow your knowledge and learn more. Now, as you obviously have already noticed, I'm here solo this week without Tristan. As you've probably also noticed, there haven't been a whole hell of a lot of podcast episodes recently. So I decided to jump on here. Tristan couldn't jump on today. It's summertime. We're both very busy with travel schedules. So I decided to go solo because I wanted to create this video both for you and selfishly for myself so my team can edit this and create a bunch of shorts from it, which, by the way, is something you should be doing too. So without further ado, let me share my screen and we're going to pull up this video. So I'm going to show you this account here. If you're not familiar with Kent Cultivate, great creator who does a great job of updating us on the things that are happening on social media, helping with content strategies and all those sorts of things. Similar to what we do, he has got a different style. He's been around for quite some time. I've followed him for a number of years. So I'm going to play this video for you, and I'm going to break it down one by one. So here we go.
Instagram just dropped a lockable reels and you're acting like it's not a big deal. You can hide content behind secret code. The Weeknd's already doing. No, not that one, the other one. Yes, the Weeknd's already doing it, and you're still posting everything for free like it's charity.
Lockable Reels is probably what I would argue is the least important to many of us. Most of us are not at a stage in our social media journey where we have the ability to have the following that would be willing to pay to get something that's under lock and key. Even myself, and I don't really consider myself a massive creator. I consider myself more of a niche influencer, a geographical influencer, as many of you know. So even I don't necessarily do this. We do it in different ways. We're creating an email newsletter. So we are going to create content in a different way to provide it via an email newsletter. So the idea for us, similar concept here, is that I'll put out a teaser saying, hey, we have something for us. It is typically like all of the live music going on every single weekend. We did it recently for fireworks for the 4th of July. And so what we are creating is we are creating a place for our audience to look at us and say, I want to get access and know everything that's going on in or around the Lake of the Ozarks. So in order to do that, I'm going to give Jeff and his team my email address so they can include me on a weekly email. Once we establish this and we do it for a while for free and we grow the list, that's when it effectively becomes under lock and key for businesses who want access to our audience. So we're not necessarily doing it for the audience. We're doing it for businesses locally who want to market their business to the eyeballs that we have on our various platforms, whether that be social media or the email newsletter. So I'm going to skip past that one for now, but that's what that means. You have the ability as a creator to put content under lock and key, AKA people have to pay to get access to it. Here's number 2.
AI searches live and reveals the first 5 words in your caption help you rank higher, and you're still writing just vibing and wondering why your reach is trash? Start captions with exactly what your content's about. Help the algorithm help you.
This is a big one. So what he's talking about here is uh, AI, which is the algorithm effectively, is doing a search based upon your captions so it can help identify who to show the content to. This isn't necessarily new, although the AI is continuing to update and evolve. And so I think his biggest point here is, which is a valid one and a very strong one, is that if you are not putting time and effort into your captions, A, you're not writing a caption, you're being lazy, or B, you're writing it as though you're writing a letter to your pen pal, or you're doing it in just a very loose, lackadaisical way versus using very specific keywords or explaining in one sentence exactly what the video is about. Don't give away the goods. If you've got something in your video that you want them to actually watch the video, tease it in your caption. But what he's saying here is those first 5 words are the most critical component of that caption. That doesn't mean that the seventh and the 10th and the 15th word aren't important. What he's saying is the update has put an emphasis on the first 5 words. I would say this, just make sure you're writing strong captions because those captions are keywords. We all know what keywords are. It helps you get found in SEO. It helps you get found by the algorithm. It helps the algorithm understand who to show your content to. So put some effort into your captions. Don't be lazy.
Your professional account over 18, your content is about to get discovered by millions who never even use Instagram.
This is the big one that a lot of people are talking about. It's not exactly new, they're just formally announcing it. I've been showing up, my Instagram has been showing up on Google search results for a number of years now. I think what Instagram is saying is they're going to put a bigger emphasis on this. So, for those of you that have still living in the past where websites to you are important, I've been saying this for a number of years. Social media has become more powerful from an SEO perspective from search results than a website. This has been happening over a number of years. And now Instagram is driving a stake in it saying, this is happening. In other words, if you want your business to be found on Google, the best, most efficient, and effective way to do so is create more content. Write those captions so it's easy to find and create more consistent content so that when somebody is searching on Google for whatever it is that you do, they're more liable to find you because the algorithms are going to talk to each other and lift your content up so it ranks higher. This is no different than the past where you were writing blog posts so that you would rank higher. The more words, the merrier. Obviously, you were strategic with those words. It's the same concept, except now you're doing it through video blogs, vlogs, and your captions and your keywords in the caption so that you can be found more often. You will be rewarded with consistency. Make it easy for the algorithm to find you. You can't post one video and say, great, now I'm going to rank on Google. You're not. You're going to get lucky if you do. The people that are going to rank the highest are the people and the businesses that are creating the most content most consistently. This is huge. And for those of you that don't jump on this bandwagon, well, you are just going to be leaving one of the most effective ways for you to get found sitting on the sidelines. All I would say to you is good luck if you're not using this.
You're not optimizing captions like SEO content. Now I have to make content for search engines too. What the?
That was a carryover. I stopped it too soon, but you just heard what he said. This is huge.
Yeah, get the boost, but it goes analytics like your rank depends on.
Edits is Instagram's editing app. Admittedly, I do not use it. I still use Viva Video, occasionally CapCut. I don't know from experience how well this works or if it really matters. I don't know if he's got some skin in the game with Instagram to promote this. Probably not. So he probably is giving you sound advice here. If you're not using the Edits app, which is an editing tool created by Instagram, there probably is some validity to getting found uh, to increasing your findability on Instagram. Now, does that matter for Facebook? Maybe. Does it matter for TikTok? Probably not. Does it matter for YouTube? I would bet no. So you have to decide, is Instagram the most important social platform for your business? If so, then I would seriously consider using the Edits app. If you don't already have deep skin in the game like I do with an app that you just it's easy for you to use, you're accustomed to it, then use the Edits app. If you're already super accustomed to using a CapCut or a Viva Video or some other editing app, I probably wouldn't necessarily deviate unless you feel like this is something that's very important to your business. Number five.
Instagram just removed that fear. You have a safety net and you're still not posting consistently. Find a new excuse. Instagram is giving you the tools to succeed and you're ignoring them because you're comfortable being mediocre.
We're going to go ahead. Actually, we'll go ahead and give the update here or the review.
Edits for data test with
I stop it right there. So that is the recap here. Use lockable reels for exclusive content. I don't think that's that important to most of us. Write captions that AI can categorize. This is extremely important. Optimize content for Google search. I mean, I think the best way to describe this for all of you is simply saying you need to be creating more content so you are more found on Google. He spelled Google wrong in his list there. Use the Edits app for data. That's something, again, if Instagram is super important to you, Meta is super important to you, it might be something you want to seriously consider. And then the last one, which he numbered wrong, is use trial reels to test content. In other words, you have the ability now to create content and basically put it out as a test run. So it doesn't necessarily show up on your feed and you can see how it performs. Now, for most of you that you're not super entrenched. If you look at me and you say, Jeff, you create way more content, way more consistently at a higher level than I do, then I wouldn't necessarily pay any attention to lockable reels. I wouldn't worry about testing the trial reels. And I'm not even sure if I would use the Edits app unless you're not already in love with another app. What I would focus on is writing better captions that so AI can categorize you and creating more content for Google search. This goes back to the things that Tristan and I preach all the time. Consistency wins. I've been saying this for as many years as I've been doing this. The one place that you can create separation and differentiation and actually create an impact is by being more consistent, posting more content, finding a cadence, finding a rhythm. That's what you need to do. Now he doesn't even mention Kent doesn't mention this in his post. You might have seen this if you follow me. My two quote unquote secrets to social media success. Number one is consistency. I'm going to set that aside. I've talked about it in ad nauseum. Number two is personality. And I'm going to leave you with this on this episode because I'm actually about ready to jump off here and jump on another tutorial call in my coaching platform to talk about using personality. This is something that I believe very strongly in. As we evolve into a world where AI is making life a hell of a lot easier for so many business operators and businesses to create the content that they've never created before, the big differentiator is going to be the business operator who puts their personality in their content. AI will destroy you. It will destroy you on consistency. It can create content and pump it out, literally pieces of content every few minutes, something that is not even feasible for a human being. So that consistency piece will get crushed by AI. But where AI can never touch you is your human personality. Can it duplicate you? Can it sound like you? Yes. But can it be you? Can it show empathy? Can it show excitement at an event? Absolutely not. That will never be what AI can do. Never. And I firmly believe in the coming years, as we as a human race become more accustomed and more familiar with what AI looks like and the businesses and companies that lean into AI, I believe there will be a hunger, there will be a thirst, there will be something that every consumer wants above all. They will have a need and a desire for more human connection because our world is going to become inundated and diluted with AI. Should you be using it? Yes. Should you be relying on it? Absolutely not. And the businesses that do rely on it are ultimately going to suffer, in my opinion, in the long run, unless you're creating the AI technology to sell it to a bigger conglomerate. If you're just a business operator who leans into AI to make your life simpler, at the end of the day, you're going to make your life and your business harder because the business operator that leans into personality, that uses themselves in their content, that shares that emotion that only a human can share and display amongst all of the other verbs and adjectives, that is the business owner and operator that is ultimately going to create a sustainable business that wins when it comes to marketing and prospecting. I hope this episode helped today. I'm sorry that you had to get me solo. Hopefully, Tristan and I will be back together soon. But take this post, use it, write it down, apply it, hang it up on your wall, do whatever you have to do. Stay tuned. They'll be broken down into some shorts over the coming weeks. Have a great rest of your week. Consistency, personality. Do not forget your captions. Do not forget that Google searches are now optimizing social content. Have a great rest of the week.